John 19:35 says, "And he who has seen has testified, and this is his testimony is true, and he knows that he is telling the truth, so that you might also believe." Well, if you're joining us in reading through the 60-day reading plan, today's reading is John 19:31 through 42, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, John 19:31 through 42 is extremely important for those of us who are believers. It clearly teaches us that Jesus died on the cross. Now, there are two basic false theories explaining why there is no body in the grave. The first theory was that Jesus had not really died on the cross. John takes care of this theory when he writes that the water and the blood came out of Jesus' side when he was pierced with a spear. The second theory was that his body was stolen. Now, according to Matthew 28:12 through 15, a plot was planned to answer the fact that there was no body. The Jewish leaders paid the guards to say that Jesus' disciples came and stole his body so that they could announce he had been resurrected. Well, John's description of death and burial answers the question about whether Jesus really died on the cross instead of just passing out. It would have been impossible for a person to suffer through a scourging, being placed on a cross, have a spear thrust in his side, to be encased with approximately 50 to 100 pounds of burial chemicals, wrapped in burial clothes, and finally to have a boulder that has been estimated to be about 1 ton moved in front of the tomb. Then, of course, Jesus had to lay there for 3 days in a cold, dark, and damp tomb, move the rock, surprise Roman soldiers who were used to fighting and cause them to flee, and frankly, it's beyond the faith to believe that he just passed out rather than just died. John says that he is a witness to his death. The Roman soldier who pierced his side was a witness to his death. And because he died and was resurrected, he became our salvation. He restored what was lost in the Garden of Eden and gave us a chance to spend eternity with God if only we would believe.